Afro Tales Podcast is a part of the Connected Podcast Network. Chef. Yes, Cleo. Don't you love how we get to share our stories and recipes? Yes, I enjoy it greatly. Do you know what makes it possible for everyone to hear us? Yes, Cleo. Our voices, obviously. True, but it's also Anchor, a hosting platform that distributes the podcast to places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and others. Oh, yes. And isn't everything needed to make a podcast in one place? That's correct. And the best thing of all, Chef, it's free. Free, you say? Free. And all I had to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. So, you just had to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Yep. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and do what we're doing now. Fantastic, Cleo. Simply fantastic. I know, Chef. I know. Ahoy, my friend, and welcome aboard the Afro Tales Podcast, a ship that will carry us from location to location, exploring the tales that grew from the African diaspora in the Americas and the Caribbean. I am Amon Mazinga, your teller of yarns. As we head out, a particular yarn for each location will be spun. Come, sit with me, and enjoy this journey. King of the world.
Y'all ain't telling and lying now, is you? About these diamonds, you ain't just spoke about the High King Chief, boss of the world, the lion himself.
He's the king of the beasts, Sack Daddy. But he ain't no king of the world now. He thought he was the king till John gave him a straightening.
Don't you put that lie out there this close to Sunday. The lion won't turn for no straightening, okay?
Course, I agree with you about that. Everybody can't show the lion no deep point, but John showed it to him. Oh yeah, John not only straightened him out, he showed that old lion where he ain't. When did he do this, Daddy? I ain't never heard tell of that. Well, this was way before your time. I don't too much recollect myself, but the old folks used to tell me about the lion. Well, it went like this. Well, John was riding one day, straddled on his horse, when a grizzly bear came prancing out in the middle of the road and hollered at him.
Wait a minute. They tell me you going around in that use the king of the world.
Oh yeah? I'm the king of the world. Don't you believe it?
No, you ain't no king. I'm the king of the world. You can't be no king till you with me. Get down off that horse and fight.
John hit the ground and the fight started. First, John grabbed him a rough, dried brick and started to work that fat off that bear's head. The bear just fumbled around till he got his good hope. Then he squeezed and squeezed. John knowed he couldn't stand that much longer, though he be just another man with his breath done gone out if he did. So he reached into his pocket and got out his razor and slipped it between that bear's ribs. The bear turned him loose then and reeled on over in the bushes and laid down. He had enough of that fight. John got back on his horse and rode on off. Now, the lion smelt the bear's blood and come running to where the grizzly was laying and started lapping up his blood. The bear was scared the lion was going to eat it while he was cut and bleed nearly to death, so he hollered at him and said,
Please don't eat me. Don't touch me, brother lion. I done met the king of the world, and he done cut me all up.
The lion got his bristles all up
and clashed down at their bed. Don't you lay there and tell me you done met the king of the world and not be talking about me. I'll tear you to pieces. Oh, no, don't touch me, lion, please. Let me alone so I can get well. Well, don't you call nobody the king of the world but me. But, lion, I done met the king sure enough. Wait till you see him. You'll see I'm right. Now I won't neither. Show it to me. I'll show you how much king he is. All right, Brother Lion. You just have a seat right behind these bushes. You'll be here before long. So Lion squatted down by the bed and waited. First person he saw going up the road was an old man. Lion jumped up. Is that him? That the king? No, that's just Uncle Yesterday. He's a used to be. After a while, a little boy passed down the road. The lion seen him and jumped up again. Is that him? That the king bear? That the king? The bear looked. No, that's just the little Tamar. He a going to be. You just lay quiet. I'll let you know when he gets here. Sure enough, here come John on his horse, but he had done got him a gun this time. Lion jumped up again and asked, Is that him? That him, Bear? Bear looked again. Yeah, that's him. That's the king of the world. Lion reared up and cracked his tail back and forth like a bullwhip. Wait till I get through with him, and you won't be calling him no king no more. I know that for sure. He took and galloped out into the middle of the road. And in front of John's horse, he laid his ears back. The tail was cracking. Stop! They tell me you think you the king of the world. John looked at him dead in his eyeball. Yeah, I'm the king. Don't you like it? Don't you take it? Here's my collar. Come and shake it. The lion and John eyeballed each other for a minute or two. Then the lion sprung on John. Talk about a fight. Man, you ain't seen no such fighting and wrestling since the morning stars got together. The lion clawed and bit John, and John clawed and bit the lion back. After a while, John got his rifle and he up with the muzzle right in the old lion's face and pulled the trigger. Long, slim black fella, snatcher back and hair bella. Dog damn. That was too much for the lion. He got turned loose and he wheeled off and run toward the woods. John leveled down on him again and let him have another load. Right in the hindquarters. That old lion gave John the book, the bookity book. He hauled a fast mare back into the woods where the bear was laid up. Okay, move, all right, move over. I want you to lay down too. How come? I done met the king of the world, and he done roped me. Brother Lion, how you know you met the king? Gosh, he made lightning in my face and thunder in my hips. I know a dawn met the king. Now move over. The end. Well, that was a tale for you. How much did you love that? I loved it a lot. The bear, the original king of the world in many cultures across the world. The bear reigns supreme. Newly, the lion has become the new quote-unquote king of the jungle. Even though I don't think lions live in jungles. Well, but
no matter which one the universe gave or blessed with fantastic fighting skills and abilities to survive, man is now supreme. Man is the king of the world, at least according to the story. I believe there's little microbes that would say different. But anyway, I love how the bear was like, he done met him. And I love the other two characters. They had little brief insight. You know, old yesterday, little tomorrow. You know, they say a lot, you know. Old yesterday was a used to be. Used to be the king of the world. Used to be this, used to be that. And little tomorrow's going to be. He's going to be the king of the world. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. And as a human being, whether you're an old yesterday or a little tomorrow, or if you're John, Jane, or whatever the case may be, where do you fall on the spectrum? A used to be, a going to be, a right now? Makes you wonder, right? Time is fleeting. But, man, and we all know men, humans, when I say men, humans believe themselves to be the king of the world. And there are certain humans that believe they are the king of the kings of the world. It's a little unfair that he was able to use a gun and a knife, but he used what the universe blessed him with: intelligence and ingenuity. And that's what we have to use nowadays: our intelligence and ingenuity. And that's okay. That's what's gotten us this far, and hopefully it will continue humanity if we use intelligence and ingenuity. Because if we don't, we may fall like the Neanderthals or other humanoid beings that didn't make it this far, obviously, and give rise to the next great creatures to roam the earth. Well, I just want to say thank you for coming on the journey with me and listening to my story. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed it. And before you go, please make sure you go down to the Galley to see the chef, and get a wonderful meal, or at least a recipe for one. And until next time, as always, have a blessed day. Well, hey there. Welcome to my galley. I'm the chef. And today, since we're still on the southern side of town, I got another southern meal for you, inspired by that wonderful story we just heard. Today, we're going to have some good old-fashioned southern fried chicken. Now, this is a good, quick meal. It don't take long to make no chicken. So what you're going to need is about 2 pounds of chicken, however much you want. That's up to you. You need about 4 to 6 cups of buttermilk for them 2 pounds, though. You're going to need about 1.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon poultry seasoning, whichever one you like is best for you, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon ground white pepper, 1 teaspoon ground black pepper, whichever one you have. Canola or corn oil, enough to deep fry with. Now, I'm going to tell you something like this. See, this is something I learned back when I was a youngin'. I give you these numbers because that's what I got to do. But when it comes to seasoning, it's something that me and my folks always say. Let your ancestors tell you when to stop. So you just get to sprinkling. And when you feel it's enough and the ancestors tell you it's enough, that's when you stop. Hopefully your ancestors knew how to cook too, or you may end up with some nasty food. But if your ancestors didn't know how and you don't trust them, go ahead and follow these numbers, all right? Now, for the instructions on how to cook the meat. First thing we're going to do, we're going to rinse and trim the chicken of any excess skin or fat. We don't need all that. We're going to place the chicken in a big bowl and fill it with buttermilk, then cover it. We're going to place it in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours. If you can leave it overnight, leave it overnight. Drain the buttermilk from the chicken. Do not, and I repeat, do not rinse the buttermilk off of the chicken. We will then season the chicken with the poultry seasoning, the salt, the garlic powder, the onion powder, and the pepper. We're going to rub the seasoning all over the chicken and set it aside. In a large bowl, we're going to add the flour and remaining seasonings and mix it well. See, so first you put some seasoning on the chicken directly, and you put some seasoning in the flour. Remember that. Then we're going to coat the chicken with the seasoning and flour about 2 times to make sure it really get on there. Then we're going to heat that oil up. Now, a trick to this. 2 ways you can check the oil to see if it's hot enough if it's 360 degrees. You can take a little flour, sprinkle it in there, see if it starts sizzling. You can take a dab of water, drop it on in there, and see if it pops. But if you got something, a thermometer or something to let you know how hot it is, do that. Once the oil is hot and ready to deep fry, you want to put the chicken in there for about a good 10 to 15 minutes or until it's a nice golden brown and you don't see any blood. No blood. Stab the chicken with a knife or a fork to ensure there's no blood coming out. Once it's all done, you're going to take it out, let it sit for about 5 minutes to cool a little bit, and then you're going to serve it. So now, you do what you do, right? You got your chicken. Last time you had your yams, you got a nice little meal preparing. Any other sides is on you. So you do what you do, but you let me know how your chicken come out, all right? Every time you eat some fried chicken, remember the story about the lion and when he met the king of the world. Next time I see you, I'll have an awesome dish for you. Until then, enjoy. My friends, we are here, and I want to thank you for coming out here on this voyage with me. Thank you for doing what you do and giving me the time to get to this point. I want you to join me in thanking Art by Chalet. I want to also join me in thanking those who create the sound effects and music on freesound.org and Free Music Archive. I want you to share this journey with your family and friends so that way they can be blessed just as you are. If you want to leave a comment or a review so others can learn about this voyage, please do so wherever you can. All other ways to support and contact me will be in the show notes. So please go there, check it out, and do what you do best and be you. Again, Thank you. And until next time, have a blessed day.